Well, hello there. It's me again. Okay, so I want to go to the very bottom of this notes document and I want to add something. Okay, so wherever the bottom is for you, we're going to add some stuff. Okay, so first thing that I want to add. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically compile like a cheat sheet of sorts for you, and we're just going to take it from there. Okay, so we're going to start with median. Sure, why not? Doesn't really matter. All right, so medians, which are the lines, and don't forget that centroids, or the centroid, is the point. All right, so we got a couple things going on here. I'm going to show you basically how to set up the equations. I'm trying to give you the most easy way possible to remember. All right, so for the inside, if you're working on the interior, wow, I can't spell. If you're working on the interior of the triangle, okay, some things you need to know. W, I'm going to make that mean whole, the whole centroid. And L will be the long part of the centroid. I'm sorry, the median. Blech. Okay, try that again. The long part of the median. And then S is going to be the short part of the median. Again, the median is the line. The centroid is the point. Sorry about that. Okay, so now that we've established what those mean. Oh, and then I think that's pretty much all you need to know. And of course, P just means part. Y'all already know what that means. We use it all the time. Okay, so actually, let me do the else. You don't have to do all this. I'm just would like for this to look a little bit better and make a little bit more sense. Okay, so for the inside of the triangle, some possible equations that you can use, are the long side equals 2 times the short side, or you can flip it and say that the short side equals 1/2 of the long side, okay? So that's, well, it's the same equation written 2 different ways. All right, so that's one equation you can use. Another equation you can use is that the short side plus the long side equals the whole median. And then another one that you can use is that to figure out what the short side is equal to, if you only know the whole median, is you multiply the whole thing by 1/3. If you need to know the long side, you multiply the whole median by 2/3. Okay. That's pretty much that. Yeah, that's it. All right, so now for the outside, or the exterior of the triangle, it's going to be part equals part. Okay, it might be part plus part equals whole, but it shouldn't. All right, so part equals part for that. All right, now let's move on to the next segment. Now let's just do, I'm doing these all kind of weird order. The perpendicular bisector. Okay, and that point of concurrency is the circumcentel. Okay. So for this one's pretty simple. All you need to remember is, had a brain fart, sorry. Okay, so all you need to remember for this one is if it's talking about the angle for whatever reason, actually let me write the word angle, then you're gonna need to use angle equals 90 degrees. So basically take whatever the angle expression is and then make it equal 90, and that'll be your equation. If it's talking about the sides, or like inside or outside, so the inside or outside segments, it should be part equals part. Okay, so that one's pretty simple. All right, I'll just put some squiggles to separate these notes. Okay, The next one, let's do angle bisector. Sure, why not? No, I'm not going to write the name. All right, so angle bisector. All right, so this is the one that cuts the angles in half. So for this one, it's always going to be part equals part. So if they're talking about the angle, the angles, it's going to be part equals part. And even if it's talking about the, what do you call it, the inside segments, that'll also be part equals part, okay? This one should not have any questions about the outside segments, so don't even worry about that. All right, and last one is the altitude. So this one's altitude, which is another word for height, don't forget. And the special name for its point of concurrency is the orthocenter, just reiterating. Okay, so for this one, if you see a problem that it's talking about like the angle, if it's something about an angle, so if it's an angle problem, then it's going to need to probably be angle equals 90 degrees. So whatever the angle expression is, make it equal 90 degrees. If it's a side problem, let me not say that. If it's an outside, oh, God dog it. If it's an outside or exterior segment problem, it's probably going to have to be part plus part equals whole. Okay. And if it's like an altitude problem, then you're going to need to use Pythagorean theorem. Equals c squared, or if you want to write it this way, you can do a equals the square root of c squared minus b squared.